Hello and welcome to Mathodology. I'm Brian Sexton, joined by the founder of Mathodology, Sarah Schaefer. Mathodology connects teachers to core competencies to help connect students to a brighter future in the world of science, engineering, technology, and mathematics. Hey Sarah, how are you today?
I'm great, Brian.
You're busy.
Yeah, super busy.
There are a lot of teachers who want to be better at teaching mathematics, and that's really what you do best.
Absolutely. My passion.
Let's get on with it and introduce one of your peers, Dr. Har from the Pathlight School in Singapore, and he is the Director of Curriculum and Professional Development, and he joins us from Thailand. How are you today, Doc?
Hi.
Tonight in your world.
Good morning. Yes, it's good evening here, really.
Getting used to the time change, obviously. Sarah, what is Singapore mathematics?
Great question, Brian. No better person to talk about Singapore math than Dr. Yeap Har. And so Har, as we've done trainings, you know, one thing that sticks out to teachers, you start a lot of our professional development sessions with, there is no such thing as Singapore math. So for those people that want to know more, what is it? What is Singapore math?
Initially, Americans used to describe what we are trying to do in Singapore for the last 30 years. Learning a way of teaching mathematics that's research-based and theory-driven. And over the years, seems to have given us the confidence that this way of doing things will result in rather high achievement for all learners. That's what Singapore math is.
So there's lots of programs out there. You and I have done training for over a decade together, and just building the foundational skills. One of your projects has been Think Mathematics. What sets Think Mathematics apart from other programs that you've worked with?
There's several, of course. One of the things we try to do in doing the research, which culminates in Think Mathematics, is trying to come up with a textbook, a program that teachers can use to develop themselves professionally. In other words, how can a teacher, in using the textbook on a daily basis, get to learn more about the content, the mathematics they teach, but also the pedagogy? That's something that I think makes Think Mathematics quite difficult. Of course, there are other things like it is written to promote mathematics as a language. It is written with the idea that mathematics is a language, so you kind of need to read good ways of presenting mathematical ideas. And the textbook is written with that in mind. Those are at least two distinguishing features of mathematics, of Think Mathematics.
Yeah, you talk about this idea of a language, right? And you talk about looking at reading. Right? So people usually don't think about math and reading math as a language. So for teachers or schools, this process, there's got to be a learning curve. So what type of obstacles with helping schools or helping teachers in adopting this style of teaching?
I think the major obstacles, which is the belief system we have about teaching and mathematics. Very few people think of mathematics learning as learning a language. They think of thinking mathematics. They think of mathematics as a subject where you are completing worksheets or answering questions rather than trying to use it as a language to model the world and to articulate your thoughts. And changing mindset is one of the hardest things in helping educators around the world come to terms with the way mathematics can be learned quite well by all learners.
So you talk about changing that mindset. What would one thing that maybe an administrator at a school do to change the mindset of a teacher?
We have done some research in this. And the model of teacher learning that I developed when I was still teaching at the university where the initial professional development must be teachers learning professionally by experiencing learning themselves. We need to immerse teachers in the experience of learning mathematics because they themselves may not have learned it the way we envision it. So professional learning by experiencing learning is quite important. And then afterwards, they should also have professional learning that involve them in observing learning. For example, through devices like lesson study that is quite commonly used these days around the world. So these are the two ways administrators in schools can use as a mechanism to help teachers change mindset. Professional learning that involve experiencing learning, that the kind of things that we do a lot at the methodology workshops, and then afterwards by observing learning in action.
Yeah, similar to those lesson studies that we do where we give teachers that chance to observe but also to.
That's right.
How does the process take? I mean, when you get someone who needs to learn the language of mathematics and to teach the language of mathematics, does it happen quickly, or is this something that takes months and years?
Yes, them a book have that they look at on a daily basis for them to read, for them to see that mathematics is a language. The way we format the program, the textbook pages, is as if it is a reader. We present every single page in a textbook as if it is a friend's idea, how someone have written up their mathematical ideas in their diary, in their journal, in their notebook. So we are hoping that by putting the pages in the hands of teachers on a daily basis, they will be able to see that mathematics is a language, even though they themselves have learned mathematics in an alternate way.
Dr. Har Yeap joining us from Thailand, but he is known for the Pathlight School in Singapore. Thanks so much for your time. Sarah, if someone has watched this and wants to connect with you, what's the best way?
Visit our website at mathodology.com. You'll find all of our resources there. You can click and join newsletters, email us with any questions, and see all of our upcoming events.
All right, that'll do it for this edition of Mathodology. We'll see you next time.